discover the truth. Prince Charles passed the throne to Prince William with free will. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Sussex Daily News Channel. Edward VII only reigned for 9 years. His mother, Queen Victoria, had ruled over the United Kingdom for 63 years, making her England's second longest reigning monarch. Edward VII, as Prince of Wales, had waited for a very long time for his mother's reign to end. Edward may not necessarily have wanted his mother to die, but this was the only way he was going to ascend to the throne, because this is how the monarchy works. Just like Edward VII, Prince Charles has waited an incredibly long time to fulfill his destiny. Charles will immediately become King of England when Queen Elizabeth dies. We love our Queen and would love to see her reign for many years to come. But, unfortunately, everybody has to die. Prince Charles has been preparing for his future role as king since he was a child. Prince William would not like the responsibility of being king right now. He would rather concentrate on his wife Catherine and raising their 3 children. One wonders what will happen after the Queen dies, but we must remember that abdication is frowned upon within the British monarchy. Queen Elizabeth II took the throne at the age of 25 in 1952. Prince Charles and Princess Anne were children at this time, but they never got to spend much time with their mother, as she was busy doing her job as queen. She apparently missed at least 2 of Prince Charles's birthdays, but when she had some free time, the Queen chose to travel rather than to rush home and spend time with her children like most mothers would want to. Queen Elizabeth was often absent in the early years of Prince Charles and Princess Anne's childhood. Therefore, it seems that the two have a distant relationship with their mother. Charles had spent most of his childhood being raised by his nannies, as well as his father, Prince Philip, and his maternal grandmother, the Queen Mother. It has been reported that the two were extremely close, and Charles was the Queen Mother's favorite grandchild. Prince Charles had been very miserable at his school, Gordonston, but when he was on holiday, he loved to do nothing more than spend time with his beloved grandmother. So after all these years and all the grooming that Charles has received, I would say that he deserves to be king. However, there are some people who disagree. He was disliked by the British citizens when he divorced Princess Diana and later married his long-time mistress, Camilla Parker Bowles. After Princess Diana had given the Martin Bashir interview, it was the Queen who had insisted that the couple divorce. Diana had stated in the interview that she felt that Prince Charles was not fit to be king. She also said that there had been 3 people in her marriage, and so it had been a bit crowded. Prince Charles is entering into a soft Regency-style sort of leadership role. At the age of 96, the Queen apparently still rides her horses, but she needs to ease out of her hectic schedule and pave the way for her son to become king. The Queen's husband, Prince Philip, only retired from official duties a few years before he died. I believe that the time has come for the Queen to start taking things easy and hand over the reins to Charles and Camilla and William and Catherine. I do not believe that Prince William would want to be king instead of his father. The two are very close, and William knows that in time his role as king will arrive. We must remember that William has a young family and he would love to spend as much time with them as possible. Once he is King of England, William's work schedule will increase dramatically, and this will also affect Catherine's workload. We are witnessing changes happening, and this could very well indicate that there will be a change in the monarchy sometime soon. Prince George apparently does not travel with Prince William any longer. Prince Charles and Prince William do not seem to travel together either. The heir to the throne and the future heirs all now travel separately. Prince George apparently arrived at Wimbledon with Catherine, and William had met them there. While the throne remains years away, if all goes accordingly, Prince William's training to take the top job has kicked into higher gear. Prince Charles had been in his 30s when William was born, and I think William is more than happy to wait another 20 years or so before he ascends the throne. By that time, George will be an adult and possibly married with a family. If Prince Charles were to reign for 25 years and reach his hundreds, it would mean that William would only ascend to the throne in his 60s. Prince George would only become king then, when he is a grandfather. I believe that the heirs in question are not in a hurry to ascend to the throne and are quite happy to take their time. There are some people who believe that Charles should pass on his duty to William because of how things worked out in his marriage to Princess Diana. But Prince Charles is not responsible for the death of his ex-wife Diana, who died at the young age of 36. After her divorce from Prince Charles, Diana had lived her life the way she had wanted to. Nobody can be blamed for the tragic way it turned out to be. Most people are fortunate to have choices in this world. Many people believe that Diana's problems had been caused by others and not by any fault of her own. Diana had said in 1995 that she did not feel that Charles would be a suitable king. Could this statement of Diana's been said out of spite? It is reported that the dust eventually settled and Charles and Diana actually got on well before her untimely death in 1997. As a loving son, Prince William is not interested in taking over his father's role too soon. After all, Charles has been waiting for 70 years to become king. Charles's reign is likely to be a short one. Then, after William's reign, George is likely to be the one with a longer reign, since his father was over 30 when George was born. Charles has waited a long time to become king, but in the meantime, he is living his life as a happy prince, married to Camilla. When Queen Elizabeth II eventually dies, Charles will automatically become king. It is, after all, his birthright, and he has earned it. I am pleased that the direct heirs no longer travel together. The line of succession needs to be protected. But once Prince Charles becomes king, could he abdicate in favour of his son William? One wonders why Charles would choose to do this. He has, after all, trained his entire life for his role as king. Charles knows better than anybody else what it feels like to be a small child while your parents are absent, performing official duties. Charles would definitely not want this for his own children as well as his grandchildren. The job of a monarch is a huge responsibility. Charles would therefore not be in a hurry to place such a burden on his son. Why would he want to anyway? Charles received the best education in the history of the monarchy. Charles has been prepared for his role as king better than anyone before him. Charles cares deeply about the United Kingdom and the people in it, as well as the environment. I believe Charles will make a wonderful king. Abdications within the royal family are not common. After ruling for less than a year, Edward VIII became the first English monarch to voluntarily abdicate the throne. He chose to abdicate after the British government and public and the Church of England condemned his decision to marry the American divorcee Wallis Simpson. His decision to step down caused a constitutional crisis, and it nearly brought down the monarchy as well as the government. The ripple effect of this shock wave is still being felt today. George VI then unexpectedly became king. He had to work hard to adapt to the role into which he had suddenly been plunged into. George had been a very nervous person, and he had the unfortunate affliction of a stutter. He had found it very difficult to assume the role of a king. It has been said that the stress it caused him led to his early death at the age of 52. Abdication is frowned upon and is rarely used by the British royal family, which has maintained a policy of lifelong rule for generations. My news today has ended. What do you think about these views in my video? Please tell me what you think in the comment section below, and we can also talk about the monarchy. Please don't be afraid to like and share my video with your friends who would enjoy it too. And please subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to get more videos from our team in the future. Now thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.